Hello everybody, Wilton over here. Got a message from a film director on LinkedIn. And the main question here is he is losing market share in his area. Even though call volume is going up because of baby boomers COVID, but he's tracking his numbers very, very closely. He's actually losing market share. And what is a short, quick strategy for him to protect his market share? He's not even talking about growing market share. He just want to protect his market share. And this is a pretty simple way to do this. There's 2 or 3 things that's pretty easy to do. One is, of course, you got to focus on your reviews, right? Most likely your competitors down the street has more online reviews than you do. And these undecided families, they might be, even though you're charging about the same as your competitor down the street, or a little bit more than they do. But typically, consumers, families, if they're not loyal, they will heavily look at the reviews, Google reviews, for example, to judge which one to do services with. So one simple strategy is you got to really be pumping up your Google reviews then. Second is going to be knowing how to answer your phone. Typically, the owners know how to answer these so-and-so called price shopping calls, but the staff might not necessarily be trained on how to answer these phones then, right? So very often you're losing calls to other funeral homes because they know how to answer their phone and convert that into an appointment or a call then. So I really do advocate you to be role-playing, training your staff on how to answer these price shopping calls, right? You're going to get more and more price shopping calls because more of these are going to be coming from the internet. Third, quick, easy way to protect your market share is going to be running Google ads. The main reason here is undecided family. If you go on Google, they type in funeral home near me, your competitors, most likely these days, or direct cremation brands, they're running ads on there then. So they're siphoning calls away from you just from through the internet instead of you showing up. Even though you have a huge market share in your area, you've been around multi-generation, supposedly a lot of people know you already, but these competitors of yours, they're starting to show up higher than you do on Google and then siphoning calls away from you. At least they're trying to win that first phone call and they know how to answer the phone very well. That's why slowly, if you don't have good reviews, knowing how to answer your phone, and really compete on Google, making sure you're showing up higher than your competitors do, then unfortunately, you might be starting to lose market share then. Right? Of course, continue doing what you do well, community outreach, those offline working hospices. But I'm purely talking about digital, is good reviews, knowing how to answer your phone, and then you gotta be running Google ads most of the time these days. You don't need a big ad budget. You just want to make sure your ad shows up, right? And how Google ads work is they have to click on your ads. That's when you pay for that click, right? Just showing up doesn't cost you anything. So a lot of clients, they're happy where they are doing 200 calls. Their main goal is not to, right, to gain. They just want to protect their market share that they've been doing well, always been doing 200 calls for the last 10 years. They just want to protect their market share. So one good strategy, again, is just to make sure your ads appear more often than your competitor so that way they're not siphoning calls away from you. So have any questions? Let me know.